You know, I really related to the three filmmakers they have in this movie because it reminded me of me and my friends when we're trying to make movies ourselves, so yeah, that was nice, I guess. Home Again. So Home Again is the latest romantic comedy starring Reese Witherspoon as a recently single mother who's just going through a breakup with her husband, played by Michael Sheen. This breakup has caused her to move back to her childhood home with her two daughters, where certain situations lead to her taking in three aspiring filmmakers who are working on a particular film, and they all form some sort of special bond in some way, and that's basically the film. And it's an okay film, I guess. It's not entirely great. It's nothing that you're going to really remember. To be honest, it was a little bit boring, if I'm being completely honest. What I really did like is the more heartwarming aspects of this movie. The heartwarming aspects of the bond between the characters I thought was actually really well done. But in terms of an actual romantic comedy, I didn't really feel like there was much of that there. Throughout this entire film, which is about an hour 40, if that, I think I chuckled about twice throughout the entire runtime, and that's not entirely good when you're titled as a comedy. As for the romance aspect, I didn't really feel like it was necessary. I didn't feel like the romance needed to be there. I just feel like if you'd have focused on this bond, just a friendship bond between these characters, it would have made for a much more interesting film. And don't get me wrong, I do love good romantic comedy movies. I mean, most recently, The Big Sick, I absolutely adored. I loved that film. But I feel like this movie didn't do very well in delivering the romance or the comedic aspect of their genre. And I feel like that falls down more onto the script for this film, because I don't feel the script is all that good. Like I said, the movie itself is pretty boring. I didn't find the characters that interesting. I didn't really care about any of them. The only thing that I had going for them was the bond, and even then it was a little bit choppy at times. And with it being a romantic comedy, it follows the same basic generic structure that every other movie like it does. And in that it gets very predictable, thus you're not as interested because you know exactly where it's going. I also feel like the script strongly affected the acting in this movie, because you can see the actors are really trying with the material that they have, but because their characters are so generic and so one note, you just don't really give a shit about them. It doesn't feel like the characters that they are playing are challenging the actors in any way, and because the characters themselves are so one note and bland, it doesn't really give the actors much range to work with. And the reason I say that is because I like quite a few actors in this movie. I mean, Reese Witherspoon, she's a very good actress, and I've seen her in movies where she has given great performances. Same with Michael Sheen, I think is a great actor as well, but because the characters in this movie are so bland and boring, that made the actors' performances also bland and boring. And because of that, we didn't invest in their characters, thus we weren't interested in the entire movie or where it was going, because it's predictable anyway. So you're left there, sat in your seat, watching this movie unfold, going, this is going to happen next, then this is going to happen next, then this is going to happen next. And possibly also fit in a few times to check your phone to see what time it is. Overall, guys, as far as a romantic comedy goes, I really do feel like this movie failed in that aspect. If I just focused more on the bond between these characters and the chemistry that they have on screen, instead of focusing on the romance that I didn't feel was necessary at all, then you might have had a much better, more entertaining film. I mean, you also needed to ramp up the comedy, because the comedy in this movie, it doesn't really exist. I didn't laugh that much. I chuckled twice, like I said. I mean, overall, Home Again is pretty generic and boring, and so for all of that, I have to give Home Again 1 star. So, Home Again, have you guys seen it yet? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, let me know in the comment section below. Thanks to those for watching, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and if you want to see more videos just like this one, then subscribe to my channel for more. Thanks again for watching. You guys are awesome, and I will see you all in the next video.